Today I'm going to be sharing with you something very interesting that I discovered not quite long ago. This is how to create your own expert advisor by yourself, and it is 100% free. And I'm going to give you a simple example. This is the website forexeadvisor.com. When you get to this website, this is the home page. Okay, so first of all, we are going to determine the strategy that we are going to create and how easy it can be to create this strategy. All right, so without wasting any time, I'm going to make an EA using RSI, default settings of RSI. The only thing is I have added the 50 line, and then I'm going to use the default setting of the stochastic, and the only difference is that I have removed the main line and I've left only the signal line. It wasn't really like I removed the main line. All I've just done is to make it irrelevant. I only need the signal line for this EA. Now the concept of this EA is very simple, and I'm going to show you how you can make it. Now if the RSI is below the oversold region, which is 20, and RSI is above 50, then the EA should trigger a buy. Okay, and then we can add another filter to say, okay, when these conditions happens, which means if RSI is above 50 and stochastics is below 20 and there is a close of a bullish candle, you would be able to place the EA should be able to place a buy order. So let's go down to business and see how we can create this EA. Okay, so we'll go back to the website, and the first thing we are going to observe is here you have the open buy conditions, open sell, close buy, close sell, options, and expert advisor. So I'm going to take it one after the other. The first one, we need an RSI. So the only downside to this is that they have not yet incorporated the options for custom indicators, so you might have issues if you are trading or you want to build an EA that is using custom indicators. Okay, now they have made this tool so flexible that you can actually choose the time frame. Okay, you can trade on a higher time frame, and then you can have a loop at the higher time frame while you're trading on the smaller time frame. So the default setting for this is price close. Then note this shift: when you put 0 means that you want this action to happen in a forming candle, in the current candle, while 1 is at the close of the candle. So for this case, I'm going to use candle close. Now look at the logic. It is simple. RSI is greater than, we need a value here, so you add a value. If RSI, remember this is the open buy condition, if RSI is greater than a value, now what is the value? 50. The value we are looking at is 50. Okay, and you will see add here. They have made this so simple, and I love them for this. And stochastic, so we are going to select the stochastic here. Stochastic should now be less than 20, because 20, remember, let's go back to the strategy. Okay, if RSI is above 50, which is what we have defined, and stochastic is less than 20, okay, so let's go and do that. Less than 20, so we are going to use the default settings of stochastics, which is 5. Of course, we are using the current time frame, 3 and 3. Okay, let's bring this down a little bit. Now the method is going to be, everything is going to be default SMA, and the mode is going to be signal. Remember, we are more interested in the signal line, and again at candle close, which is 1. Remember, 0 is current candle or forming candle. Now stochastic should be less than a value which is 20, so let's add value here, and then that would generate, okay, 20, less than 20. Now remember the last condition, we want a bullish candle. So the easiest way to, which means we're going to add, and the easiest way to define a bullish candle is to say if the close is greater than the open. Okay, of course, if the close is greater than the open, it means it closed bullish. All right, if you don't understand, let me show you exactly what I mean. No, look at this here. The value here at the point is, notice these values at the point of at that point you notice that on the data window you have the close higher than the open. Okay, so that is the only conditions we are going to add. So here we are going to look for if the, or you can make it if the close, yeah, if the close is greater than the open. If the close is greater than the open, okay, so the conditions are all set and they have made it very simple. And you would just one more thing remaining, we need to make it at candle close. So shift should be 1 and shift here should also be 1. Now the opposite should be that for, should be for a sell. The opposite should be if RSI is less than 50 and stochastic is greater than 80, okay, and then if the close is less than the open. Now when you are done, you can add a condition for close buy, close sell. Of course, for you to do open sell, you would need to click to open sell, but we are not going to waste time on that. You have options. This is where you put the take profit, the stop loss, and every other thing that you want to set. And there is a new one they just added, advanced money management. You can make use of that. And then the expert magic number is there. Now when you get to the expert advisor code, all you need to do is click on this button and it is generated. Click on this button and you will see the code generated. So two things, you can either copy this code and create on your MT4, or simply choose the name you want and save, and as soon as you save, this downloads to your computer, okay, and you would be able to have your EA. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try as much as possible to accommodate questions that you might be having, because this is very simple and I want to welcome any strategies you're finding difficult to program. Let's make it fun, let's work on it together. Okay, you can send it, drop your comment, and let's work on this together. All right, so I'm looking forward to seeing your comments, and then I have more of these videos. If you want to watch more of these videos, just subscribe